Hi, Instagram. Welcome to the Adrian Show. It's Tuesday, 11 o'clock. I hope you're somewhere having a great day. I hope you're enjoying life. Today on the Adrian Show, we're going to talk a little bit about catastrophization. I have 3 questions also to answer.
Ryan's here.
Hey, Ryan, what's up, bro? I have 3 questions to answer today. One is, what do you really feel when you're meditating? How do I save money? And how can I succeed at my goals when I'm easily distracted? So we'll kind of pick those apart as we're moving forward. I want to start off with a story about Ferris and I. 4 or 5 years ago, I biked across the country from the Ocean Beach Pier here in California to Key West, Florida, which is on the other side of the United States of America. And it was about 4,500 miles that Ferris and I traveled by bicycle. And along the roads, you always had to deal with cars. Cars coming close by you, cars going around you, cars getting stuck behind you, cars getting pissed off because you're in the middle of the road, going up a mountain, living your dream, and the person behind you is just late for some boring life of theirs. When you're on the bicycle, you're very exposed. You know, I got 2 wheels, I got Ferris, I had 150 pounds worth of crap, and a plastic helmet and my little shirt to protect me from the world. And on your bike, you get fucking nervous. You know? I remember one time I was out in Klamath, California, and it's just a desert. Sand dunes on each side. And in the middle of the sand dunes, there's a 2-lane road. And on the edge of lane that you're in is a piece of yellow strip of paint. To the right of that paint is a sand dune. To the left of that are cars. You're driving down that highway and cars were just zinging by me. Some would try to go around. Some would just skirt by, but what scared the shit out of me was a semi-truck that cruised right by me. So close, man, I'm serious. I could have just hit it with my elbow. And that fucker just right by me. You can imagine all of the things that can go on in your mind. Am I going to get hit today? How mangled am I going to be when I get hit? How bad are my parents going to be upset that I went on this bike ride and then went ahead and got myself and my dog killed on the side of the road? Am I gonna get a flat tire and get hit by a semi and get run over by all 18 wheels and look like mashed potatoes all over the road? Is poor Ferris gonna have to drag the bike all the way to Key West, Florida on his own because his master couldn't make it? On and on and on and on. Your mind will go in the most ridiculous angles. Was there a real danger of me getting hit? Yes. At some point, you got to accept it. You know, car goes by you, they're pissed off. Whatever. What I had to learn to do was to stop putting my mind in the area of the catastrophe that I thought could happen. I had to accept that there was a real danger that I was going to get hit. There's no way around it. But I made it help me be stronger instead of making it tear me down. I think we do a lot of this in our own life on a daily basis. You know, we're so worried about something going wrong, some arbitrary experience going wrong, that not only can it go wrong, but it can go terribly wrong. The whole world can fall at your feet just because you lost your keys. You're going to get fired. You're going to lose your 401k. You're never going to get your pension plan. Your kids are never going to be able to make it through college because you're sitting in traffic and might be late to work that day. That perfect relationship is never going to be found. I'm going to sit here fucking lonely for the rest of my life collecting cats and fucking stamps. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody's going to look at me. Nobody cares who I am. That shit ain't going to happen. That's not true. Your boss isn't going to fire you. You're not going to be lonely for the rest of your life. But what will happen is that monologue will be playing all the time, making you fucking unhappy. And if you're an unhappy worker, your boss might fire you because of that. If you're an unhappy person, you might not find the love of your life because you're too busy looking at the wrong things. We're too busy catastrophizing, looking into the future and only seeing shit go wrong. So how does that work in your mind? If you're consistently focused on what's going to be going wrong, consistently solving problems for what can go wrong when nothing ever fucking goes wrong. I never got hit by a car. I got honked at, but so what? I'm a badass. Going through life, doing what I want to do. And this is the dangers that I accept in this life, just like you do. When we go to work, we accept the dangers of work. But if we're a nice guy, no one fires the nice guy. No one fires the person who's making everybody laugh. No one's firing the problem solver, because that's what you become when you stop catastrophizing. When you stop looking at all the negative things that can happen and start looking at the options, then your life becomes a lot easier. You become a better person. Instead of being trapped in this loop, you're trapped. You're open to solve. You're open to, be a good guy. Everybody wants to be around the great guy, the funny person. You're the funny person unless you're too busy thinking about unfunny shit all the time. Catastrophizing your life, catastrophizing the situation. And let me be honest, my friends, it's not easy not to catastrophize. I'll give you a little tip. Last night, I had to do something that really made me uncomfortable. And I catastrophized it. What's going to happen if I say the wrong thing? What's going to happen if I say the wrong thing and then the person who I'm saying it to reacts in a way, and on and on and on and on. And I kept reminding myself through the whole deal that, Adrian, you're cool, man. You just have to put yourself in the situation that you don't want to do. And you have to open your mouth and start talking. But I am confident enough in myself that I know that if I just get in front of you and if I just start talking, the right things are going to come out of my mouth. The right situation is going to happen to where all that time fussing was a waste of my time, a waste of my precious time. And that's what a lot of us are doing. I think. Even on Facebook, Michelle Lee reminded me something. I overheard you, babe, talking on the phone. And she's like, you know what? Social media is bullshit. It's not all fucking happy out there. It's not all nice. People are full of shit. We get out the one time a day, snap a picture like we're having the time of our life and go right back to our house to fuss and moan about our fucking life and how bad things are going to be and how terrible things are going to be. Get the fuck out of here with all that. Shit is hard. Stuff's hard. It's hard. Life's hard sometimes. But do you have to make it harder? The situation that's going wrong. Like I had to have a conversation that made me very uncomfortable last night. But I made it harder on myself because I was thinking of all of the wrong things. Everything that could go wrong instead of, focusing on what could go right. My options. I think that's what we're doing.
Oh my God, I left my keys in the car. And that means that I'm going to have to call AAA. And then maybe I'll have to break my window and get my car towed. And then I'm going to have to sniff around. How the fuck am I going to pay for a broken window? I don't have the money to pay for that right now. How the fuck am I going to get my keys out of my car? I'm so nervous. Fuck. I'm going to call somebody right now. Oh shit, I better call my boss because I'm not going to be there tomorrow.
Bitch, calm the fuck down. 10 seconds of you calming down, you stick your hand in your pocket and you're like, oh, my keys are in my pocket the whole time. Oh! Just went on a killing rampage. Keys are in your pocket. So this brings me to my first question, which is, how do I stay focused if I'm easily distracted? I think that's a great question because I think a lot of people are easily distracted. We're too busy worrying about the future, too busy toiling over the past, instead of staying focused on what you're doing right fucking now. If you're easily distracted, I would say you probably have a bunch of distractions around you. Step one of not being easily distracted: take away all the distractions. If you're working on something that's worth your time, cut everything out that takes away from that time. If you're working on a project and you are getting distracted, give yourself the leeway to simply put all the other bullshit aside and focus strictly on what you are doing. Learn to focus. I'm a handful. Boy, oh boy, do I got a lot of energy. I am crawling in my skin most of the time. When I was young, I had a real hard time doing homework. And my dad, the ball breaker that he was, made me do homework for 2 hours a day, nonstop. You can't stand up. You have to do homework. Not only did he make me do the homework, but then he checked on my homework to make sure that I did 2 hours worth of homework. Now, while I hated sitting on that stereo or something, while I hated sitting there doing my homework, randomly, when I got through college, guess what I could do? 2 hours of solid homework. Sit down, 2 hours of work, move around, and get right back to that 2 hours of work. Now, to get to the space where you can sit for 2 hours, sit for an hour, you may need to take breaks to train your mind, to train your body, to train the way that you do your business. So you can take a break. But that break is a timed break. That break isn't grabbing another distraction so that you can increase the amount of time you're fucking off. It's you take a break so that you can get the itchies out, you know? You're like sitting there, getting frustrated, you can stand up, shake it off, refocus, and get back to what you're doing. It's just the way that it is. You could also use meditation tools. Learning to focus is learning to have awareness. When you are aware, you can tell yourself, nah, man, I can't be goofing off with this right now. You know, I am focused on what I am doing. Some of the ways that we use meditation as a tool to create focus in our mind, because that's really what it is. Focus is a tool to help you obtain your goals. If you don't have focus, you don't have the right tools. If all you are doing is being distracted. So we learn focus. We learn focus of breathing. We sit down in our meditation, sit in the fucking chair, stare at something, and breathe in and out of it. You could stare at a plant. Put a timer, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Stare at that plant. Breathe in and breathe out of that plant. Let your mind go nowhere but that plant, the object that you're staring at. You could stare at a bird, you could stare at a tree. I love staring at nature to put my mind right where I want it. Because once you have awareness, then you have the ability to manage your time, manage your mental output, manage what you are doing so that the things that are distracting you aren't controlling you. This is how we do it, my friends. So many of our minds are like puppies running all around and we're like, it's a puppy. Well, that's what you do. Oh. Wake the fuck up, man. You got to control your puppy. It's there in your head. So learn to focus. Use beads. Don't have beads. I've said it before. Get a string, make a macaroni noodle necklace. Those are your beads. Boom, focus. Boom, focus. Boom, focus. Boom, focus. Here's tip 2 for how to stay focused. Have a clear and concise goal. If you have a clear and concise goal at the time of your work, I'm going to sit here for 2 hours so that when I'm done, I can do X, Y, and Z. Anytime the distraction comes up, we focus back on the task at hand. We focus on our goal. If you have distractions, you might not have a clear enough goal. Because once we have a clear goal of exactly what we're going to do, exactly when we're going to do it, or the exact way we're going to at least attempt to get that goal done, then all the distractions fall to the wayside. We do not allow ourselves, because we are aware, to flibber flabber with anything that takes away from what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to be happy. Obtaining goals will make you happy, especially if they're a goal of helping other people. If the goal is doing something that directly helps you, you're happy. Getting shit done. Riding that white pony, like, doing it. Look what I did, you know? My friends, I work with a lot of people out here. The more that I do this show, the more people watching are interacting with me, asking questions, allowing me to help them break through their own barriers, to raise up and level up in their life. Please, don't be shy. Call this guy. I am dying to help you. I mean, you may see a goofball, but the force is strong with this one. So give me a call. DM me direct. Adrian, help me with my goals. Adrian, help me be a better person. Adrian, help me with these stupid thoughts in my mind. How did you do it? Because I'll show you. And it's much better living here than living somewhere else in my mind is cuckoo land. How we doing, Miss Shelley?
We're doing terrific.
Doing terrific.
17 minutes in.
17 minutes in.
We have 3 people watching, including me.
3 people, including Michelle. Woo! Pumping it today. We're pumping it. You know, guys, every Tuesday, 11 o'clock, I'm here kicking knowledge, drinking coffee with my lovely babe, you know. Give you a little personal stuff. Michelle is a badass jump roper. Seriously. She's 40 years old. She'll jump with one leg down to the ground, crosses over, can like go like this, and then all of a sudden be jump roping backwards. It's fucking amazing to me. It's amazing. But what's even more amazing is watching the amount of focus that she has when she does it. She's not messing around. She's counting to her hundreds, right, babe? Yeah. She counts to 100, 10 times. 10 times. That's 1,000 jumps. She's turning rope 1,000 times. Now, I went out there yesterday. I jump roped. I got my crossover, you know, but I can only jump like fucking 10 times before I'm hitting my foot, before I whap my leg. I mean, jump roping is what I can see from what I see Michelle doing. Jump roping teaches you to fucking focus because there is an immediate pain response if you screw it up. You know, you want to learn focus, brother? Learn to jump rope barefoot. Your toes will teach you to move your fucking feet. You will learn to jump rope. You will learn to focus. And then there's a beauty in it where it seems that her focus lets her detach from what the hell is going on. I can sit for 30 minutes, complete meditation, no problem. Just like, I can't jump rope for 5 minutes. Michelle, on the other hand, she can jump rope 1,000 times. You try to jump 1,000 times and you fucking trick. Focus. Focus. You must focus, young grasshopper, so that you can get to your goals in life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 1,000. Boom. There is an exercise in focus. There is a way to increase your ability to sit still and focus. I watch my girl. She's dope. She's like, I'm going to do something. Boom, it's done. How do you think she figured that out? Jump roping, I would imagine. She just does it. Just does it. Problem?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 120, 50, 80, 90, 100.
Yes, babe.
Gold looked at, gold done. 1,000 turns, man. Right, babe?
Yes, honey.
You're turning
You're
rope.
so sweet. I appreciate it.
I don't think turning rope is really a good turn. Reminds me of, I don't know.
We're going to bring back the double dutch, though.
We're bringing back the double dutch. We got this idea. We came up with this idea that we want to do a double dutch. And when we go and travel different places, we're going to turn some rope, ask strangers to help us, and maybe, if we're good enough, we'll get the 2 ropes going. Booyah! How fun would that be?
Hey, perfect stranger, can you jump rope with me?
Oh my God! Take people right back to the blacktop, right back to the blacktop. Babe, maybe that's a way to get people past like childhood trauma, like, well, when I was on the blacktop, no one ever played with me, and so I never really learned to connect with other people. Why don't you come and jump rope? We'll be your friends, and then you can let that bullshit go. Oh my God. Am I out of frame? Oh golly, Miss Molly, how nice it would be to just be able to go up to somebody, turn some rope, pop the bubble of loneliness. We're doing it, babe. We're doing it. We're doing it well. Move on. You're right. Moving on. Moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mickey Lee. You're my dream girl. Let's talk to this next question. I'm really stuck on this catastrophization. I really feel that a lot of the people that I talk to put themselves in the catastrophe, and which just makes things worse. We play so many mind games. That's why I'm always talking about meditation, always talking about separating yourself from your emotional response. Our body feels and does stuff. Our mind feels and does stuff, and we react. We're like this. Situation, reaction. Where we need to be like this. This is where meditation, this is where learning focus, this is where your awareness comes from, so that you can redirect the positive thinking that you need to have in your head. The thinking of options. The thinking of things aren't as bad as I'm making them out to be. We catastrophize, and in reality, what we worry about doesn't happen most of the time. It's all this thinking and all of this energy that is creating turmoil in our mind, and we're doing it to ourselves, and then wondering why we're so anxious or why we're so depressed, because the majority of our thoughts are in areas that don't have options, that don't have full knowledge. We catastrophize, but because we're kind of in this darkness, if you will, of no knowledge, of no understanding that there are different ways and different options for the situation that's making you catastrophize. It's like we just beat ourselves up. I digress. Another question, which was, what does meditation really feel like? Or what are you feeling when I'm meditating? Well, thank you for the question. What I feel when I meditate is all over the place, and I think that that's probably the same for anyone who meditates. In the beginning of your meditation, it is like, it's really hard, actually, because you're learning to separate yourself from the thoughts that are going in your mind. You're learning to be okay sitting. You're learning to, just let the energy flow through you and past you without getting, caught up in the thoughts, which is typically what happens when you start to meditate. In the beginning, you're trying to sit still and you don't understand what's going on, and so it's just really like wrestling with yourself. But as you get into it, you start getting to 15 minutes, you start getting to 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Then there's a whole range of things that you can feel. It's kind of like you'll get bits of nothingness that go on where, you're just kind of like feeling floaty. Nothing's really bothering you. Nothing's really coming or going. So you feel nice and comfortable in a way that just allows you to relax and allows you to just separate from what's going on in the world. That's the nicest part of meditation, is to just sit there and be calm in a calm space where you can feel yourself away from the problems of the day. You can feel a lot of times your heart beating in your chest. You can always focus in certain areas, which is a fun thing to do. You can focus on your big toe, putting all of your focus there. You can focus on a plant. You can focus on beautiful things that you like to look at. You can hold those things in your mind. Meditation and that time that you're sitting can take you wherever you want it to take you. You can, visit different universes, different dimensions. Maybe you can visit your neighbor's big toe. Maybe you can visit the inside of a plant. Maybe you can visit old memories in your mind. The little grains of sand that rub on our spirit and create us so much discomfort. Meditation isn't an escape. Meditation is a path to find yourself. So many of us in this world want to escape. Why? Because it's bullshit. You turn on the news and you're just inundated with an avalanche of misinformation, of half-truths, requiring you to put your mind in so many different ways to interpret everything that's going on around you. It's as if the outside world is just karate chopping you. Vote me, don't do this, do that, be here, do that, man. I mean, it's tough. And there you are, catastrophizing to yourself. So it's like a double whammy. The outside world is telling you how shitty you are and making you compare yourself to everyone else, especially in this fucking Instagram world where I don't even have to have wrinkles anymore. I just put on a Snapchat ad and look like a fucking fairy. Then you got to go to the real mirror and you're like, am I really turning 46? Whoa. Not anymore, pal. Meditation is a tool to find yourself, to be able to push all of that stuff aside. All the childhood dramas, you can go in there and just start picking them off one by one, attaching good memories, new perspectives to it. This now allows you not to associate yourself with those memories. Well, I was abused when I was younger, so that's why I'm like that. Well, after a while, you're over that shit. I wasn't abused. It's just the way it is. It's just the way that it is. I've often told people that the nice thing about being a human is that we can leave where we're at, mentally and physically. It's not like we're a gazelle. A gazelle is born out in the tundra or the Africa, wherever you find gazelles, or Texas. There's plenty of gazelles in Texas. You'd be surprised. And you got to live that life. And that's the only life you can live. And if you get attacked by a lion, you're like, well, that's my life. But there's also a reality that we're all born in a spot. We're all born at a beginning line, at a start line. And it's up to us to decide how we're going to cross the finish line. Because we all come in here and we're all leaving here. And along the way, how you treat yourself determines how you cross that line. So what's important is to take the time to move yourself out of who you think you are based on those memories and become the person that you want to be, which is childlike. You know, you don't have anything to worry about because nothing is holding you back. When you're a kid, you don't have fears. You don't have anything to worry about. So it's age, it's falling down that makes you afraid of getting hurt. But if you're always thinking of how badly it hurts to fall down, how can you ever focus on how good it is to stand up? Again, catastrophizing. We should be worrying about the options, seeing ourselves on the flip side. Kicking ass, taking names, jumping rope 1,000 times, not hitting your foot with the rope. So what do you feel through meditation? Whatever you want to. It's up to you. What you should mostly feel, though, is freedom. Freedom from thoughts, freedom from the outside world, freedom from the inside world trying to tear you down. You got to get in there. You got to play big brother and push everything back so that your shit will be nice. Man, every time we record and this trash can comes.
It's good. It's good.
It's a metaphor.
It is a metaphor.
Take your fucking trash out.
Yeah.
Right, Bebs?
Absolutely.
We were meditating yesterday and the same thing happened. Michelle starts laughing in the middle of meditation. And I'm like, chill, like, oh, we're gonna deal with that in a minute. Because I'm doing my own thing. I'm like trying to bond with her energy. And then I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna breathe in the universe and breathe out. I do all sorts of shit. It's my time. Do whatever you want. I can think whatever I want. But she wakes up and I come out of the meditation and she's laughing her ass off. Laughing her ass off. And I'm like, what is so funny? And she's like, well, I was thinking of this shitty time when I was a kid and just how fucked up it was. And a fucking garbage truck came and it immediately made me think that it was time to take the garbage out and how ridiculous I am sitting here trying to meditate. The fucking garbage truck's here and I'm toying around with the shittiest memory in childhood that I can find. And so in the most beautiful way, she is associating laughter, infusing laughter. This stupid trash truck just dissolves the crappy memory. It's like so awesome to see my babe doing it. Just doing it, man. Doing it. Getting in there and taking out the garbage like a boss. Huh, Bebs?
Yes, honey.
She's a boss. My warrior princess over here like She-Ra. I have the power! Huh? Miss Mickey Lee 412. At Miss Mickey Lee 412. Pinup model. Always ready to hire. Huh? I just want to practice some photos on you. Get away from me, dude. Back behind the velvet rope. Got it, pal? Oh man, maybe I had too much coffee today. This show's a little all over the place. But I digress.
Does anyone have any questions today?
Do we have any questions out there? How many people do we have watching?
2.
2 people still? Who are they? My brother?
I remember, we can't tell. If you're watching, let us know.
Okay. I think that might have meant 2 people were watching. Anyways, people get what they get from this. I'm not going to catastrophize anything. I'm just going to charge it. I'm the man. I never got hit by a car. I never got fired. No one's ever dumped me. Nothing wrong is going to happen, my friends. Nothing is going to happen. Except whatever you think is going to happen. Oh, this always happens to me. Yeah, it does. Last questions, and I'm going to wrap this up. Again, my friends, if you're watching, if this is helping you, thank you very much for watching. I am compelled to do this. Something in me is making me do this, and I am all about it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The world becomes nicer. You have a better day. Maybe you have a better day. Take some of my information, make somebody else's day be a little better. Get that thing away from me. Guys, I read this book recently and it is like freaking me out. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. It's like the never-ending story. You're reading the book and they're like, just say my name, Atreyu. Oh my God. But whatever, guys, pedal to the metal. There is something in my heart that I need to do. And instead of locking it in my heart, I'm just going to let it out and see what happens. You know? Fuck it. I came into this world, and I guarantee you I'm leaving in this world. And I can guarantee that I'm controlled in the middle of this world. Anyway, last question, which was, how do you save money? Which is a great question, and one that I struggle with myself. I think everybody struggles with saving money. Why? Why do people struggle with saving money? I don't know. Because there's a bunch of cool shit out there that I want. Why? Probably because I'm trying to make myself happy. Does it make me happy? No. That's why I buy more shit. Snuck that in there on you, huh? Here we go, talking about how possessions don't make you happy, so you don't want to buy them. I'm not going to talk like that. One of the things that I learned on my bike ride was that I didn't need a lot of stuff. I didn't need a lot of food. I didn't need a lot of gadgets. I didn't need a lot of clothes, because I learned to just make use of what I had in front of me. Case in point, laundry detergent. When you're biking across the country, you need a lot of laundry detergent. And I didn't want to carry it because a lot of times, was it laundry detergent or dish soap?
It's laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent.
Get out of the trash.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, my love. She's so nice. So instead of buying laundry detergent, because my clothes were just about this much, it really wasn't that much, I just decided to start looking in the trash can at the laundromat. I would literally just go to the trash can, because 9 times out of 10, somebody would throw, this much soap away at the bottom of their laundry soap. And I just go in there, grab 2 or 3, pour them in there. When the water started, put the spigot up there, rinse it out, pour it in there. Boom, free soap. Same thing would happen when I would with dish soap. I would just go to the store, squeeze it in, plug it, boom, I'm out. What I learned is to maximize my resources so that I didn't have to buy new stuff. I didn't have to spend my money. Okay? If you're not spending your money, you're saving money. People say, well, I don't have a lot of money to save. Well, that's bullshit. We probably spend $5 on a coffee when you can make the coffee at your home, or, God forbid, go without coffee. Or 6 cups, you just have 1 cup. You don't need to be drinking coffee all day. You don't need to be drinking energy drinks all day. All you're doing is polluting a body that is tired because it has to deal with consuming the fucking energy drinks all day. You don't need to eat as much as we need to. You could starve. My dog starves all the time. Animals out in the wild, the toughest, the roughest, they're not drinking water every day. They're not eating every day. They got to chase that shit. And I think that there's something good about that. Not having as much as you need keeps you on edge, keeps you fired up. So, the second part of this is, if you're not spending your money on frivolous things, new gadgets. I got a saying, I'm not buying something new until the old one breaks. And when the old stuff breaks, I get excited because that means new shit. Hey, turn that frown upside down. The TV just dropped because we were playing wiffle ball in the living room. Looks like I'm getting that HD television. I'm a goofball today. The second part of it, and the basic part of saving money, is that you put 10% of what you earn. The first thing you purchase with any check you get is a future gift for yourself, which is your nest egg. 10% off the top of all of your income should be put away somewhere that has the ability to increase in value. A lot of times what we do is we save money, and then for whatever reason, we go in and grab that money because something comes up. So do yourself a favor. Get a Roth. If you're earning money, you know how much money is 10% on your paycheck predominantly. You have that Roth IRA, yank that right out of your checking account, and you start saving money on the side. They're a great investment, for anybody at any age. A Roth IRA is like, it's easy. It's the most basic thing. People are dying to take your money. They're dying to make interest off it. So just do yourself a basic favor. 10 to 15% off of the top, off of every income that you receive. It's not that much. $10 to every 100 for those of you who are bad at math. Burn. All right? Don't buy dumb shit. Don't buy what you don't need to. Use the resources to their maximum capacity before using something else. Look around. You know? If you put 10% away and you weren't purchasing dumb shit, you're saving money. And all the other rest of that money you can waste all you want. But you got to put the 10% away to yourself on a daily. Quick note, because I think you're young. If you were to put money in the bank in a Roth, I think it is, from age 20 to 30, and never put another dime in after 30, the person 30 years old who puts money in for the rest of his life will never make as much money as you. Put that in your noggin. I think that that's how it works. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm wrong,
I'm strong.
I'm strong. I mean, we got the World Wide Web, man. You know, you can figure this stuff out. My friends, set your mind free. Get the darkness of negative thought out of your mind. You know, if thoughts are things, those thoughts live in your head. And then those thoughts manifest in your reality in front of you. So if you don't want problems, take them out of your mind. Create a space of awareness through meditation, through jump roping, through whatever you can do to provide yourself with the ability to be aware and to be focused so that you can control your mind, so that you can be a happy person who meditates nicely, who saves money because they don't buy frivolous things. They're kicking back, enjoying life, happy as, I mean, what's a happy thing? What's
A smiley face.
happy as a smiley face? Boom. Here's another trick, and I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. Everybody needs reminders. Reminding yourself maybe not to catastrophize. Reminding yourself to save money. My favorite reminder is one that I am currently working on with Jules Bliss. I draw a happy face on my wrist, just like so. You see? You see? Just like that. Okay? I put it to the side. Ooh, that chair just got a little fresh with me. You stop it. You put it to the side because if you draw one this way and you put it upside down, then you got an unhappy face. Which is also why I kind of trip out when people put their cross, like I love Christianity, and they put it like this, then they put it upside down, all of a sudden it's an upside down cross. Get it? So we put it to the side so we always see happiness. This is my reminder. My current reminder, as odd as it sounds, is to go back to my younger self. Mentally in my mind, my younger self lives. If thoughts are things and somewhere in my mind, my younger self is still alive. I am telling my younger self to awaken earlier. To awaken earlier. To get this train moving faster. Because maybe I think it'll help me do it now. And it also tells my future self that I'm coming quicker. That the things that I want them to happen sooner. And the things that I'm trying to get, I want them to happen quicker. Who knows if it'll work? But it is a reminder to think that and to take a moment to do that anytime I see this happy face. You can do the same thing. My friends, thanks for watching. I very much appreciate it. Please DM me personally if you'd like to work with me, if you'd like a 30-minute consultation. Just give me a holler. I'm cool. I'm a normal guy. The worst that'll happen is you'll hear some funny jokes and I'll give you some info. So I hope you're having a great day. Remember to be happy. Remember to always smile. But most of all, remember Adrian.